Next session, we have Ms Thenmozhi from Salem campus with us to shed some light on play-based learning on the topic teaching and learning. Our next presenter brings a thoughtful blend of experiences and reflection, making today's session both meaningful and relevant. This session will remind us why play is the effective way of learning for children and especially in early years. Only ma'am, we are looking forward to your insights. Please go ahead. The session is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Happy morning, everyone, teachers. And I'm happy to connect with you all through this training access. And this session comes under teaching and learning. And today's topic is, as ma'am said, it's play-based learning. So So before going into the session, we will see the session objective. So I'm just going to tell you the meaning of play-based learning, and we are going to explore the difference between structured and unstructured play. And I know that we all are doing play-based learning in all our campuses, and I'm just going to share you a few strategies for both structured play and then for unstructured play, which we can implement in our classrooms. So before moving ahead, I just want to do one interactive um, activity with you all. Um, so think, type, and share. Mm, Let's do. mm, Think, type, and share. So I just want everyone to think of the play activities that you're using currently in your classroom, like one teacher-guided activity and one child-led activity. You can share in the chat box now. Just you can think about the routine of your classroom and you can share the activity of teacher guided and also the child led activity. Two answers you have to share in the chat box. It's not like the answers, I'm not going to check whether it's right or wrong, just it's like sharing. Yes, Shripriya ma'am, a sand play. Yes, it's a child led activity. Vaishnavi ma'am, construction play. Yes, child centered. Divya ma'am, pretend play. Yes. Any teacher guided activity? Child led Meenakshi ma'am, free play and construction corner. Yes. Loose parts play again from Hetal ma'am. Yes, it's child led activity. You can also share one teacher guided activity that you're doing, that we are doing in the classroom. Any teacher guided activity? Lego building. Yes. Amda ma'am. Yes. Learning activities come under teacher guided. Yes. Vaishnavi ma'am. Brainstorming. Pink tower. Yes. Okay. Free play corner, yes, absolutely, Sharnima. UOA activities, fine motor, teacher guided, yes, Joyce ma'am. Color sorting, yes, teacher guided activity. Sensory activities. So yes, thank you, everyone. So as you all said, are setting the learning targets. As a teacher, we are expecting some outcomes from the children. So it's all teacher guided activity, structured play. So structured play is a teacher guided activity with some set of rules, and we will also expect outcomes from the structured play. So unstructured play is all our loose parts play, construction corner, sand pit, all comes under unstructured play. Because it doesn't have any rules or directions to follow, children can freely explore. So unstructured play is child-led play and structured play is teacher-guided play. And now I'm going to share you a few strategies for structured play that you can implement in your classrooms. So as I said, structured play is planned, guided with some learning goals, and it will have set of rules, a sequence, and we will expect some outcomes definitely. So in structured play, we can target math skill, language skill, and motor skill. Anything we can target. The learning target can depend upon our weekly learning targets or monthly learning targets. So definitely, it will develop the task completion skills, problem solving skills, and children will follow instruction in structured way. So the first strategy that I'm going to share under structured place, rotation station. So as you see in this picture, stations are small organized learning centers where children can move freely from one activity to another in a period of time. So we have to set up 4 to 5 different tables in the classrooms with different manipulatives. Like in one table, we can have math manipulative. In another table, we can have English and motor skills and sensory skills. So each table will have different kinds of manipulatives. And we should give children 15 minutes of time for per table. So we can use a timer and then we can ring a bell or we can make a sound so that children can move from one table to another table. So before starting the rotation station, we have to give children a clear instruction like how they have to work with the materials. We also have to, if it is a new material, we also have to present as we are already doing. So and then we have to divide children into 4 to 5 groups. So if we have 20 or 25 children, we have to divide them into 4 to 5 groups. We can have 4 to 5 children in a group. Before starting, definitely we have to give them a clear instruction. In the beginning, when we start doing the rotation station, definitely 1 or 2 days, children may find difficult to move from the table to table. But when we do it continuously, twice in a week, definitely within a week's time, children will be very clear in moving from table to table. So in each table, children will spend 15 minutes of time. So when they are working in a group as a 4 or 5, definitely the children who need support will benefit from the peer, and also collaboration will happen and peer learning will definitely happen. So this rotation station will always be beneficial and more effective. And we have to, as a teacher, we have to keep the materials ready for them in the tables. That's the teacher's task. And as I said, structured play is a guided play. We teachers, 2 teachers in a class can move around the tables and we can help the children when they are finding it difficult to finish the material. We can definitely help them. Since it's structured play, we can help the children also. And we can keep the same set of materials in the rotation station for 2 to 3 days so that we will allow children to have more hands-on experience on each materials, and the repeated interaction with the materials will make them more confident in working with that material. So now next I'll share you few examples of the materials that you can keep in the activity, that you can keep it on that table. So in the literacy station, like bird matching, um, CVC cards like that we can have. And then in counting, we can have number, we can have number trees, pattern beads. According to the learning target of that month, we can have materials. When we introduce more or less or odd or even or counting, when we introduce numbers, we can use those materials. We can keep those materials in the table. Next is fine motor skills like lacing, pegboards, and art station. Also, we can have it in one table like collage tray, color mixing, and sensory sand tray, water play. All those things we can have. So it's up to your class requirement. You can place the table setups. So that's it about rotation station. And next, one more strategy under structured play is task cards. So as you see in the picture, task cards are small cards, small instruction cards that can guide children to do an activity. So in this, depending upon our learning targets of that week or that month, we have to prepare a task and then we have to laminate and keep. And also the materials needed for those task cards also we should make it ready as a teacher. And for KG2 level, we can use some small sentences for giving them a short instruction. But for pre-KG and uh, for KG1, we can use visual instructions. Like when they see the task card, they should know what to do. Like that, visual cards for KG1 and pre-KG, and for KG2, simple one-line instruction we can add it on our task card. So in this task card, we can target math, English, whatever we want, art, motor skills, sensory skills, whatever we want, we can design according to our class requirement. We can design the task card. So uh, we task cards can be used in many different ways. When we have task cards and the materials needed for those task cards in our classroom as a learning center every day, whenever we have to keep it in the place where children can easily access. So whenever they are free, they can take the task card and they can do it. When we keep the materials also along with the task cards, they can pick one and they can finish it by themselves without any teacher instruction or without our guidance. They can do it independently by themselves. And then second, we saw about rotation station, right, in the previous slide. So we can include these task cards in one of the tables so that every children will have multiple opportunities to engage with all the task cards. If you put 10 task cards in one of the rotation table, definitely children will be doing it. And it will also be beneficial for early finishes. So whatever the activities we plan for a day, definitely 5 to 8 children in our class will be finishing it off quickly. Whatever the activity you give, they'll be finishing it quickly. So if we have task cards and materials for those task cards in a corner, always in the class, it will be very useful for the early finishers. Once they complete their planned activity of that day, they'll be having the continuous engagement and learning with these task cards. We can ask them if you want to work with task cards, you can go and work like that. We can ask them whether they want to work. If they want to work, definitely there will be a continuous engagement and learning. And in task cards, we can pair up the children also. If we pair two child and when we give one task card, the collaboration will happen, peer learning will also happen. So we can pair up like one active child of your class and also the support needed child. So if we definitely that support needed child will get peer learning, will get support from the peer, and also the pairing up is like according to your class requirement, you can pair up like one support child or one active child like that you can pair up, or else if you for each child also you can give each task card. So depends upon your classroom requirement, you can use this task card. So this will be very useful. Without our instruction, without our guidance, they can do it independently. Definitely, these task cards will encourage independent completion too, without our guidance. So I just want to give you a few examples of task cards. I'll show you few examples of task cards that you can use. And there are many downloadable task cards in the Google. So according to our requirement, we can download it too. But the materials we have to make it ready. And as you see in the slide, counting boxes, pattern making, so clay and all. If they see itself, the pattern, if they see itself, they know that we have to make the clay like that. So I told you, no, for visual. For KG1 and pre-KG can be a visual instruction. So like this we can give. And then like for beginning sound, for making blocks, pattern, sorting pom-pom, and build a tower of 10 blocks. Like that simple instruction also we can add on. And arranging pictures to make sequences, match the shape with objects in the classroom. So task card, it's up to us to design our task card up to our learning target of that month. So next strategy under structured play is play challenges. So we saw about rotation station and also task cards. Both comes under structured play. As a teacher, we have to guide them, and then play challenge. It's a structured play challenge. So in this also, we are going to guide children. So play challenges or teacher design tasks that encourage children that encourage children to solve a problem, build something, or attempt a goal. So we are going to give them open-ended materials like natural materials, and then construction corner, and many open-ended materials. And then we can give instruction like challenging thing verbally and also on a clock. So when we work with them, we will be able to observe them well. So working with them and giving verbal challenges will be better for kindergarten children rather than a card. So definitely, we have to encourage children to try and try until they get the challenge, until they finish the challenge. And definitely, it will encourage their critical thinking skill, and show collaboration will happen when they are working with team, working as a team. And once they finish the challenge, we can definitely ask them the reflection questions. Since it comes under structured play, we can ask them the reflection questions, like what they have made, whether they have achieved the challenge, and what are the difficulties they faced during doing that challenge. Like that, many reflection questions we can ask, and we can observe as a teacher. Here we can observe and note the materials that are very interesting for them, so that we can use those materials for the next week plan or next month plan also. So here I'll show you a few examples of structured play challenges. So simple challenges like this: build the tallest tower using 20 blocks, make a bridge that can hold a toy car, create a pattern using natural materials, and we can provide different kinds of toys in a basket, and then we can ask them to sort which are the objects roll, which objects are stacking, which objects are sliding, like that we can ask. And we can ask them to make a maze by themselves. So this structured play, um, in this play challenge, structured play challenge, we can incorporate our UI activity also. In all the structured play, we can include UI activities. But if we give open-ended materials, and when we incorporate our unit of inquiry in this open-ended materials, definitely children will be doing it very interestingly, with lot of encouragement. So, for example, when we introduce animals in pre-KG along with the natural materials, when we provide them toys, animal toys, and we can challenge them to build a habitat for different animals using blocks. Like we can ask them to make a jungle for lion and barn for farm animals, like that, using natural materials and plastic, and then sorry, toys, animal toys. Definitely they will make something very creative. And then we can ask them to create a structure like zoo, and then like a den also, so that they can place after making the zoo and den using natural materials or with the blocks, they can place animal toys inside it. And also we can ask them to create a storyline using those natural materials and animal toys. We can ask them to create a story. Definitely, they will cook up many stories, as we all know. It will also build the sensory thing. It will also build motor skill for pre-KG, and we can give them a more challenge, like build a bridge or pathway that the animal can cross. And like many challenging activity we can give with open-ended materials and animal toys for pre-KG. Definitely, it will boost their creativity, motor skill, and also their collaboration. Since they'll be working in a group for with open-ended materials, collaboration will happen definitely. So, like the same way. When KG2 is learning about transport every year. So, with the blocks, with the construction blocks, we can give different kinds of transport toys with them. And then we can challenge to build a bridge using the building blocks and transport toys, so that they will come up with so many, they will do the challenge, since KG2 can do all our challenges. So they'll they can experiment with different designs to ensure vehicle will can pass safely. And then we can ask them to create a transport network, like build a road or build a railway station with blocks. After building, they can place the transport toys in that route. So, and then we can ask them to design a transport station also, like build a bus stop train station, airport terminals with the blocks. We can encourage them to build a transport station, and then we can make obstacle course using blocks, and we can challenge them to navigate their transport toys in it through that. This kind of challenges also we can give for KG2. So giving them a challenge, we can give them a challenge to build a toy type of vehicle, like build a car using blocks, build a train using construction blocks, like that. So we can incorporate our unit of inquiry UI activities in this play challenges. Definitely children will also enjoy, and we will also be enjoying with them, definitely. So as a teacher, we can observe points for each child, and it will be very helpful for observing and writing anecdotal also. So that's it about structured play. In structured play, as I said, structured play is a teacher guided activity, and we can set our learning targets. We can set any kind of learning targets: math, motor skill, language skill, art, everything we can include. All the subjects we can include in our learning target. And then in structured play, I have given you three strategies that you can use in your classroom. The first one is rotation station, setting up the table, and second one is task card, the laminated cards, and then the third we saw is play challenge. So giving them challenge using verbally. So these three strategies I have given you for structured play. Next, we are going to see about unstructured play. So, as I said in the beginning, unstructured play is a child-led open play. It has no fixed rules, and no we can expect outcome, but it's not like they have to do this, they have to do that. They have a full freedom to explore the materials. So, as a teacher in unstructured play, our duty is to provide different kinds of materials for them to explore. And the learning target can be, as I said, for unstructured play, the learning targets can be a social skill, their creativity and imagination skills. Definitely, they will have the curiosity, and they are going to experience all the materials. Hands-on experience will happen, definitely. And then independent decision making will also happen when they have a full freedom to play. So the first strategy that I'm going to share with you all under this unstructured play is loose parts play. So I know that we all are very familiar with this loose parts play. When we have loose parts play along construction corner, we all are having construction corner. I know that when we have loose parts play daily in our classroom, definitely, it will be engaging, and it will be very effective for KG children. So, as you know, loose parts play or open-ended materials. Children can move, combine, redesign in unlimited way they want. So, we have to create a basket with natural materials. Not only the natural materials, we can use all the recyclable household materials like cotton box, fabrics, everything. And in loose parts play, we have to give them free access and then we have to give them space also to build and to combine things. So we have to rotate materials weekly. Like if we have now in this week, if I keep natural materials, next week I can keep some recyclable materials like that. So material as a teacher, our duty is to give different kinds of materials for a week. So children will be playing with those materials interestingly. So without any instruction, as I said, it's unstructured play, loose parts play is unstructured play, so that we cannot give them instruction to do like this or that. They can play freely without any rules or without any teacher guidance. So I'll just share you active examples of loose parts play. So we can use stones, bottle caps, and natural materials and blocks, everything we can put it in those parts basket. Like make a face using stones, or definitely they will create something out of the stones, and they'll build road, houses, and they will make patterns using natural materials. They build something out of the natural materials, as we all know. And pretend play will also happen in those parts play. like foods, like written play food using wooden pieces, and definitely they will sort the materials also by size, color, or type. So it's up to the children how they play with the material. We all are very familiar with the loose parts material. So next strategy that I'm going to share with you all under the unstructured play is free exploration. So we know loose parts play very well. Loose parts play and construction corner. This one is also the same like loose parts play. It's a free play, free exploration. Children can choose materials and explore without any guidance. So as a teacher, our part is to provide them variety of materials like natural clay, play dough, wheat flour dough, and then natural materials like leaves, twigs, and all those things. And like loose parts play, we have to give them uninterrupted time, like more than 15 minutes or half an hour daily for them, so that they will have a hands-on experience for a long time with that material. We can observe and we can note interest. What are the materials they're finding it more interest? As I told you early, in unstructured play, our duty is to keep different kinds of materials and to observe children without giving them any instruction. We are just going to observe children in the unstructured play. So we can note down the materials that are that they are finding very interesting, so that we can plan with those materials. We can plan many activities with those materials. And after they finish the exploration, out of their outcome we can ask them questions like what have you made, what is this, like that we can, but without, while they are doing, while they are playing, we should not interrupt. Only at the end we can ask them, if you need, you can ask them what have you made, what is that, like that. So in free exploration we can use lot of materials. So I'm just going to share you the few examples. Magnetic tiles. Now we all are familiar with the magnetic tiles, right? So if we give magnetic tiles with flashlights, definitely they will enjoy. And pouring and scooping materials with sensory trays, we can provide, and we can provide lot of materials along with magnets, so that they will explore which are sticking and which are not sticking, like magnetic and non-magnetic things they will sort out, and rams along with the different types of cards. And even the ramps can be with different structures. This the KG2 can implement when they are doing the transport. And lot of experiment with natural clay and play doh if we give, definitely their motor skill will get developed. So that's it about free exploration. And the next strategy that I'm going to share with you all, this is the last strategy that comes under unstructured play, uh, is choice play corners. So choice play corner is nothing but a lot of corners, 4 to 5 different corners we can keep, and we can ask children to choose the corner that they want to play, and they are very free also to move from one corner to another corner. So for this also we can give half an hour or more than 15 minutes of time, so the children will freely explore all the corners. Like we can keep pretend play setup, and then even the free exploration in one corner, loose parts play and construction corner in one corner, so that they have different choice of playing things. Definitely it will help them to make choices. They will build independence, social skill like sharing, taking turns, collaboration will definitely happen. So all these unstructured play is focusing only on their thinking skill and their imagination skill. As we saw in structured play, it's like a learning targets like math, all those things, the target set by the teacher. But when it comes to unstructured play, it's all about the children creativity, thinking, and imagination. So as a teacher, only thing is giving them variety of materials and observing them. They're definitely in choice play corner, fine motor problems solving skill will improve. So I'll just give you options, examples of choice play corner like art corner, stamping, painting, Play-Doh, whatever the week planner, and then block corners like building towers, bridge, roads, etc. And pretend play like family play. In this also you can incorporate. In pretend play also we can incorporate our EOA activities, family or role play, shop, doctor, like restaurant pretend play, and also our picture picture reading book. So when we give picture book and story puppets, definitely they can book up a lot of stories and they can share along with their friends. Definitely collaboration and peer learning will happen. And loose parts play corner, sensory play corner, like that we can have. So that's it about unstructured play, teachers. So in unstructured play, I have given you three strategies. One is free play, sorry, free exploration. And the last one we saw is choice play corner. And the first one we saw was the loose parts basket. So all the six strategies, sorry, six strategies I have given you to implement in your classroom. So this is a choice play corner. A few picture examples I have added in my slide for choice play corner. So next is question and answer. So if you have any questions in this strategy or about structured and unstructured play, you can type your questions. You can type your feedback even too in the chat box. I'm ready to give you a response. I hope you understood, and I'm very clear about structured and unstructured play. So, as I said, structured is a teacher guided activity, and unstructured is a child led activity. So, one question I want to ask you is which strategy that you like most, and which strategy you want to implement in your classroom in next month after holidays. Which one you like to implement in your classroom? That you can type it in the chat box. Written play from Joyce ma'am. The corners shared are very interesting. Thank you, Joyce ma'am and Divya ma'am. Thanks, cards. Structured play challenge was interesting. Thank you, Shivani ma'am. So thank you so much, teachers. Thank you for your active participation and also for your valuable time. Wishing you the joyful teaching and happy learning. And before ending, I just want to wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. And thank you, TLRI team, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tanmani ma'am, for your
Thank you so much,
effort,
ma'am.
time, and clarity you brought into today's session. Thank you for guiding us with such meaningful perspectives and new strategies like the task cards, print and play corners. Though we are using it in our classrooms, we will extensively use hearing to the benefits which you called out. Thank you so
Thank you, ma'am.
much.
Thank you so